you, okay?
Yeah. Apparently,
Okay.
technology smell fear, you know.
Yeah. Okay,
Well,
well, we can't
anyway.
see you, but why don't you go ahead? You have control now,
Okay.
so take it away.
Okay. So thank you everyone for coming. I'm really glad you all could join us. And I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about netiquette, for teachers more specifically. Yes, hello everyone. So my name is Karin. I'm from Brazil, and I've been teaching for 15 years. And one of my passions is online learning, and that's why today I'm talking to you about netiquette. I don't know if you ever heard of the term netiquette, but if you haven't, that's what we're going to talk about. So, netiquette are the conventions for communicating online. More specifically, the etiquette that you have online, how you behave during a webinar or even on Facebook. So we're going to try to focus here on our role as teachers and how we must behave. First of all, I would like to focus on respect. And we should bear in mind that when we're posting our opinions online, we must be respectful of other people's opinions, even though you might disagree with them. You have to also bear in mind that people have different opinions. You might not have the same, but there's always other ways of saying I don't agree. I don't know where you guys are in the world, but here in Brazil, every time that we teach our students during for a preparation courses, especially for a CPE course, we mention that is very important for students not to say I don't agree because it can sound a little bit rude, or just answer no, I disagree. You can say you can use other words, more respectful words to say, no, I don't agree. You can just say, oh, I partially agree or understand your point of view. However, I have a different one. So always be respectful online. After all, you might have your students on your Facebook, right, as friends. Think before writing. So when posting your opinions online, try to think carefully before you write your posts and your answers to other people's posts. So what I'm trying to say is um, words can really hurt if we don't um, think before we write. Sometimes and most of the times we can come as very rude if we don't think about our words. I don't know if you ever had um, any experience with that, but most of the times people come as very rude. Yes, exactly. Yeah, there's some bullies on social networks. Exactly. And the use of humor. So when posting your opinions online, try to use emoticons or emojis to promote a friendly atmosphere. So sometimes you want to say something, but then you're afraid that the person won't understand you properly in terms of how gentle you want to be. So try to add some emojis to your text, an email, on Facebook, etc. So try to add one. They will help you convey your idea more properly. Yeah. So the use of emoticons or emojis, okay, sometimes we overuse them, and this can be inappropriate as well. So we must bear in mind that we should have a balance between using the emojis and really understanding the situation and where and how we could use them, because sometimes they can be too much. So capital letters or uppercase, when you post your opinions, try to avoid capital letters because they come across as shouting. So there are other ways to emphasize your words. There's some users, especially Facebook users, they use capital letters a lot, but you actually feel like you're being shouted at. So be careful with that. Yes, exactly, Ruth. You should always try to tell your students other ways of writing, right? So we're talking about register here. So here are some things you must bear in mind about Netiquette, especially because we're teachers, okay? So always have good manners, have respect, think before you write, because words can hurt, and usually they hurt very much. And try to write well. After all, we're teachers, right? We're English teachers, and we're trying to um, show our students that we care about what we're writing, right? Especially if you have students or colleagues on your network. So try to really think about it. And again, if you write something wrong, it's okay for you to go back to your post and change your words. Why not? Right? I myself keep an eye if I'm not accurate with my English when I post, so I can go back and change and make it right. So let's be careful with that. And use emojis, but try to have a balance, okay? Not too much, and sometimes try to use one or two so you can sound more friendly. So here's my information. My name is Karin, and I'm a teacher in Brazil. I've been teaching for 15 years. I'm also the director of iStudy, and here's my Skype. We offer online training and development courses for teachers. We're going to have one in January with Telma. Telma is going to be one of the presenters today. And we also going to have another one on Google Apps for teachers. And Rob, if you allow me, I'd like to offer um, a place in the Google Apps for Teachers course in January. Okay, so it'll be a course focusing on how to teach online and using the Google tools.
Great. Okay, Karen, thanks so much for being the
Ah,
guinea pig.
thank you, thank you.
Not easy being the first one.
Thank you.
And for those of you watching, this is a challenge for all of us. Teachers are not used to only talking for 10 minutes.